All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Blockbuster Brothers. Today, we are talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, a new animated film on Netflix. This was rumored to have a budget around $70 million. Man, I was not expecting to like it. I kept seeing it pop up on Netflix. Number one, top, 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 over and over again. I was like, fine, let's do it. I ended up really liking it. What'd you think, Bri?
Well, Stephen, we were talking about this a little bit beforehand, and you mentioned you couldn't believe it had a limited release in theaters, but you couldn't believe that this wasn't released more in theaters, and I have to agree. I think that this was a huge hit. I didn't expect or even want to like this going in. I actually studied Korean culture, a Korean class in college, and took a K-pop class as well to kind of just learn more about it. And there's such a huge following with this. I don't understand why they didn't think that this would, market well to people all across the world, because K-pop isn't just a Korean phenomenon, it's a global phenomenon at this point. And then secondly, this is a Sony a Sony studio production. And if anything I've learned over the last couple of years is that Sony really delivers on their animation, and that their animation isn't just, isn't what it used to be 20 years ago. Not that, movies like Pixar and studios like Pixar haven't been making hits, but now after Spider-Verse, it's a bona fide box office phenomenon. And I just think that they kind of missed out on this. Netflix obviously got a huge winner. I think that this is not being talked about enough. And if you're seeing like Sony making the likes of the Spider-Verses, Meet the Mitchells, they're just nailing it. So you know what? Anytime Sony makes an animated project, I'm gonna watch and check it out, because this was great. It incorporates the music video feel of it. That first off, the K-pop music videos are phenomenal. Whoever's directing in them, there's got phenomenal visuals, and this carries over into this. Great characters, has a little bit of like fantasy aspects of it. But I've rambled enough, Stephen. What? Any last thoughts for you? What do you think?
I have one correction. It's not Meet the Mitchells, although I like that title maybe even better. It's the Mitchells versus the Machines, just in case you guys want to go check that out, because Brian and I both really, really, really liked it. This hit #1 in 41 different countries, and it's my humble opinion that this movie, had they marketed it properly and committed to a theatrical release, I think it could have made $1 billion. So that's a bold claim. That's a lot of money that potentially they left off the table, but I think this will continue to do well for, for the next decade to come. So Brian and I were pumped with it. Get your K-pop on. If you like a little K-pop, friendship, superheroes, mythical demons kind of thing, it's definitely right for you. And just thanks for sticking around and listening to us talking about K-pop.
Yep. We're not going to sing it though, but we'll catch you all on another episode of the Blockbuster Brothers. Thank you guys for watching.